Hi, welcome to BeefBooks Training Module 7.0. Purpose of this training module is to give a brief and simple overview of the BeefBooks feeding app. First of all, if you don't already have the app, you can go to the Apple App Store and search BeefBooks. It is 2 words on the App Store. In order to download, you will need an Apple ID and a password. Relatively simple to get that set up. If you don't know how or aren't familiar with Apple, they do have pretty helpful instructions on how to do that, or just Google setting up Apple ID. So once you've got it downloaded, when you open the app, the first time you log in, it'll ask you for your username and password. Your username will be your email address that you've provided to BeefBooks, and the password you'll set up after you've gotten your initial invite to join BeefBooks. So once you've entered your username and password, you just select Login. And as it's fetching your data, it should bring you to your feedlots dashboard on the feeding app. Just a few things about it. Navigating around, it should show your name up in the top left. The 3 tabs on the right here are the refresh or sync button, which if we select that button, it's just going to send an update to the cloud as long as you have Wi-Fi or cellular. And then the truck icon, which if you select that, will simply replicate the Bluetooth enabled scale head. Once it searches for the Bluetooth signal, you'd select the gray bar. And from here we can 0 the scale. Up on the top left there's the reconnect button. The feeding app is programmed to automatically reestablish or search for a Bluetooth signal, but if it would fail to reconnect, you can hit reconnect and it's going to bring up that scanning window again. And to close that, you'd hit the X. As far as connecting to the scale head, there's 2 main ways to confirm that you've established a connection. The first is the little plug-in icon here on the top right, which you would see on the far left of the batching system. The other way to tell is that the area shaded around the weight here is shaded a highlighted yellow color. To get back to the main screen of the feeding app, you'll see right here by your feedlot name, there's a back arrow, which is similar, follows the format of most Apple products. If you click that, it should bring you back to your dashboard on the feeding app. And the next button over to the right of that truck icon, it looks like a gear, and that is the settings tab, which if you select that, it's just going to tell you your feedlot name, the current version of the app you're running, and then it'll give you the option to log out. So again, to get back to your dashboard, up in the top left by your feedlot name, there's a back arrow. Selecting that will bring you back to the feedlot dashboard. And then it'll tell you the number of unread bunks. Here we have 5. Below that is the Read Bunks tab, which we will go through in 7.1. And then the Create Load on Demand, which we will cover in 7.4. And then below that is your workflow here, labeled Mixer Loads. Here we have currently no feeding plans. That pretty well concludes the overview of the feeding app. You can find more on the feeding app in the following training modules.